Hello guys, Shane Shaw's here, bringing you another video. Today I'm going to be doing a video on unboxing for the Corsair 750D. I hope you enjoy. This is the Airflow edition, by the way. Let's get started. Using these purple pair of scissors here. Grab this top piece here. Right. This case is absolutely huge. Turn it over here. Wow. Look at how giant this case is. Oh, wow. Amazing. Amazing case. Looks like they have a pretty good plastic cover on it, and protect the glass. Just look at that front of that case. I've read some reviews and watched some videos, and I mean, how could you actually think this is an ugly case? Like, I've heard people say that this case, this Airflow version of this case, is actually quite ugly. I don't think so. This case actually looks pretty darn good, if you ask me. Airflow is because there's a lot more open to space in the front than the original. If you have the regular case, you can actually go to the Corsair site, or I believe Amazon or Newegg and various other sites actually have this piece that can be put on to your regular case. I just ended up, just being convenient, ended up getting the Airflow case. I thought it was very attractive, actually. The other case is somewhat plain. So you got, it comes with, a screen, a filter up here for dust. And this is plenty big enough. It looks like you can put about three, I'm not even reading the specs, I'm just going by eye's view. You got three 140s on top pretty darn easily. The setup that I'm going to do is actually going to be, I'm going to have a radiator on the top, my liquid cooler for my CPU in the middle here, and then I'm actually going to have the two 140 fans blowing air out here, and then in the back, let's see if we can get a good picture of this. It comes with a 140 in the back, and those are in the front. We're also two 140s. There's plenty of space here for pretty much more than you need, really, for your average user, us hardcore gamers. Some of us actually may not be enough, especially if you're going to end up getting into maybe even quad SLI, or if you have the Aorus 1080 Ti GPU like I do. It's very, very, very thick card, and it's going to be very difficult to fit maybe SLI with those cards, and they create a lot of heat. But we shall see. I'm going to peel the side here. One thing right off bat that I see, is that this case does not have a handle that you can maybe a door that you can open your case with, and that can be a little bit problematic for some people. But all in all, I mean, doesn't look to be that hard. You got a couple simple screws right here on the top. One on the top here. One on the bottom here. And then bam, the side comes off. I mean, that's pretty easy. Some people may not like that. I actually think that's really, really easy. I'm going from a Fantech 400, the P400S series, which has 4 of them. You have to unscrew 4 screws that you have to unscrew, and it takes a little bit longer, and not too much longer. But this one only has 2, and it comes off. That's could be pretty handy. Anyways, so this inside of this case, right off the bat again, look at, I mean, the grommets. Look at this. There's so many grommets you can here, and there's plenty of space back here. It's a good about 2 inches of space to hide your cables and so forth. There's grommets down here. There's 2 grommets down here. Let's see if we can get a better view of that. There's 2 grommets down there, and these 2, or these 3, sorry, right up here. This is one of the things that I think that would favor. A lot of us now are actually going to, maybe not today, but a lot of us are actually switching 100% to SSD for those of us that can. But these cases here, these are for they're 3.5-inch drives for hard drives. So these actually can remove 100% out, so you can free up even more space, as you need more space for this case. I mean, there's absolutely just amazing amounts of space for this case. There's so much. So you got your, looks like each fan, it looks like there's 1 fan hookup for this, for these 2 front fans, because I don't even see the other cord at all. But it may be hiding somewhere. Well, we're gonna have to find that later. But there is a fan hookup here. So, depending on your board and your setup, you may not even want to have this fan here. You may actually have this fan possibly on the the outside or in another position. I'm going to definitely have. I'm going to probably keep this fan here, and I'm going to have, again, on the top, I'm going to have the radiator in a push-pull. So I'm going to have the 2 fans in the front, 1 fan in the front, 1 fan in the back, and the radiator in the center. And then I'm going to have this airflow going through. So this is going to be blowing out, and then it's also going to be blowing up here too. The air, heat rises, therefore, that's what this their liquid cooler is going to be doing. All in all, you got, and just like it says, I'm sure everybody can read the specs online, so I don't really have to go over that. You got a headphone plug in here, you got a mic plug in, and you have a very, very small reset button right here. Your power button is right here. Looks pretty simple enough to press. You have 2 USB 3.0 plugins here and 2 2.0 plugins here. So again, that's an upgrade from what I had before. I had the P400 Fantex tower, and it only had the 2 3.0s on the top. And sometimes, it was kind of annoying because I was running out of spots in the back, and I always needed, that extra 2 USBs would been really nice to have. All in all, this front piece is supposed to come right off. There we go. It's pretty nice. There's nothing protecting there. And this is just, and it's the reason they call it the airflow series. Tower. It literally goes right through. There is nothing but just 2 fans here. So it's pretty open. It's a pretty, I wouldn't say cheap. This is pretty high grade cover. Here I've read a lot of reviews and I've watched other videos, and they say this is actually this feels really cheap, and for how much we paid for, for $150, this is actually a pretty decent tower. There's some other fancier towers out there that run about $600 or even $800 or more. And tell you the truth, this case is pretty much what you need. There might be some other enthusiasts out there that think differently. Takes a little bit to get used to. This seems like they just press in, they click. Pretty easy. Really, there's not much else to show except that this case will hold just about any other motherboard you throw at it, whether it's an ITX, an extended motherboard, or just a regular ATX motherboard. Pretty much you could probably throw anything you want in it, really. That's really what it's built for, is the enthusiast. Oh, and I forgot, at the bottom, they're also right down here to be able to grab a filter and pull it out. And here in the bottom. So you could actually, if you wanted to, which I've seen this in other videos, which I may be doing or may not. I will make a video on once I get everything built. You're gonna put a fan down here. And it looks like you might want to get away with you possibly get away with. That's if you remove these here. You might be able to get away with putting a 140 down there. But honestly, I don't recommend it, because here you're gonna want to have possibly your power supply unit, which is a little different for me. I'm used to having the Fantex P400 F-Series, where the power supply unit is actually underneath. There's actually a whole basement for it, and it's the other side, so it's completely hidden. You don't even know it's there. It's actually on the other side, and it's underneath. All your wires would be hidden too on this underneath side. There's about 4 inches or 4 to 5 inches or coverage on that case. But it's also a mid tower and doesn't have nearly as much space as this tower has. Do I recommend this case? Yeah, I recommend this case 100%. The fans feel a little bit better. You know, you spin them. Boy, they're just quiet. Really, they're well balanced. They're quiet. I can't really say anything more. Kind of excited to get this thing together and show you guys later on another video for when the computer is built. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe. Please like. Whether it's up here or down, whatever you prefer. I hope it's a like. But it's okay. You can give me comments for maybe something I need to do in the future, or something you would like to hear or see differently. All right. Well, have a good day. I'll get back to you as soon as I get this computer together. And I do recommend this again. I do recommend this tower. Thank you.